Hello everybody and welcome to round number 5 or 4, I'm not, 5 I think it is, yes, for the Silverstone Grand Prix. We're here on PRL F1 League Season 6 as the aforementioned Silverstone Grand Prix. Iconic track nonetheless. We're in the Red Bull today as we watch J.R. Eppo, who is in fact KXS, but it's changed his name, so we'll call him Jeppo for this race. So he runs out of the grid, followed by a Haas F1 car. Oh, it's not that easy in this, is it? I hate the way. Followed by Enigma. We'll stay on board with him. Actually, Enigma on the medium. Oh, where are we going? Enigma on the medium tyres. So he's going to be trying to get a good lap in, or maybe it'll just be a sighter. We'll have to wait and see. Although if it is a sighter, you might as well go medium softs all the way, mightn't you? Silverstone, a big track here in the F1 season. It's got to be there, and it is. Monaco later on as well, and all the others in between. Bit of a different opening lineup. Hello, Elijah. How are you doing, my man? We watched Jeppo coming down around the final few corners to start his lap. It's a bit of a funny one, Silverstone. It's a high downforce track, but also there's a good amount of straights, so it's very difficult to get the setup right. He takes way too much good on the entrance to the start of a lap. So he goes around through the first few corners. We'll jump back to the Haas F1 driver of Enigma if we can, as we know he's very capable in this car. So he goes through the section of village now onto the back straight. Can't remember what it's called, to be honest. Braking now hard. Oh, he gets a bit of a lock up there actually. So he goes round Luffield. Gotta wait to keep the power on, and now floors it down the old pit straight through the kink. It's a great camera angle, this one. Coming into to Club? No, it's not Club. I can't remember what corner it is. We're now going into the Margit and Beckett's complex. The quick left, the quick right, the quick left, and the quick right again. And then you just sort of let the final corner just be a float out. Try to forget it's there and just try to go straight. I just say he's doing great, and he enjoyed watching my Assetto Corsa stream. I didn't enjoy recording that stream, so there you go. But yeah, I'm alright, Elijah. Cheers for asking. Let's see how Enigma is as he sets his first lap. A 1:32 dead, pretty much. Not bad on the mediums, actually, that. Who will we go to now? We'll find Phil, who's also on the mediums. This will be a good banker to see where the guy's time lies. It's about a second quicker, to be honest, Phil's. 1:31.9. Skillet's the person in one, the person we've got a bad mouth during this Grand Prix. As previous to the race, when we were setting it all up, he was he wasn't the nicest to me. Let's put it that way. Watch Samster now on board. Actually, yeah, we'll watch the off-camera angle. Oh, this is a cool camera angle. I like this. Not great for this corner though, it must be said. We'll get the flick back into here. Trying to pick up the late apex, but the car just didn't turn in. Now going for the quick left. Car runs wide and opens the DRS. Might get a bit of slipstream there from the Red Bull car ahead. Also, you got to remember now, you got to time your runs. Very difficult to do. Stumpster might be on an in-lap, you know, which might be a pain. As the Red Bull car gets out the way very nicely, that must be Skillets, as you can see. Trying to find track position is very difficult at the moment. As I think Stumpster's called off this run. So we'll have a look at the grid. Skillets from Ian, actually, that's not a bad lap by him. From Enigma, from Aiden, from S-Cube, from Yarmolenko, from Vioxic, from V6. The rookie for this race. Another one of our reserve drivers. We'll go over through now to the next cameras. Oh, Z-Tech's running very wide there. Let's go a bit further up the grid, see if anybody's on a decent lap. S-Cube, that's definitely not a decent lap. Aiden, not a decent lap. Enigma in the pits. Ian in the pits. Skillets in the pits. Phil isn't in the pits. I thought he might be. But it looks like a fairly calm lap from him. So watch Yarmolenko. Oh, or not. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Yarmolenko. Watch Vioxic from the onboard view for the last few corners. As he goes, takes maybe a bit too much curb, but it's alright. So we'll get the turn in, and that McLaren's got a good front end grip. Also, while we're here looking at Alonso, it has reminded me of how ironic was the Indy 500 from him. He goes 8th with a 132.4. That's a pretty decent lap, and it shows you just the quality that was not great. That's a poor lap by Aiden. That's Vioxy. Milik, whoa! They go 3 wide there for a second, and oh, that's what I mean about track position. The Sauber in front, he's on a fast lap, so he doesn't want to give up time. That's interesting. Phil actually goes fastest on the medium tyres, so that's good for him. Jets Cooper currently in last, and he's on a flying lap, it looks like. In last? Why is he in last? There's somebody not set a lap time, so he gets massively cut over there. And through the final right in Magnussen Beckett. Doesn't really lean on the final curb as much as you'd like. Obviously one of the many Dutchmen in our league at the moment who actually got the chance to drive his Max Verstappen, so lucky him, I guess. See now heads towards... Don't go into the pit line. Oh, good boy. It's now towards the final section. Absolutely demolishing those apexes. Wow. Is he gonna go for it? No, it doesn't. Doesn't go for the curb. And he goes 5th on that lap. 131.9. That's pretty good. And yeah, it was Salah who hasn't set a lap yet. As you can see here, our Weonbo, our teammate for this race, even though he's not our teammate. He's at the NTX Rage. You couldn't make today's race, and we've taken over the control of his car, and that's not look like a good lap from him. So he comes into the pits. Maybe it was already an in lap. Jets Cooper trying to get out of the way. That's one way to get out of the way, isn't it? It was Mavic. Sparking now, or KNX. Yeah, well, I mean, it's one of those things. Alonso is used to the sort of, how would you say, disappointment of not finishing a race. And Sato, wow, I can't believe that. That was insane. That did do me one. I mean, that was crazy. But fair play to him. I think with that, like the last 2 seasons, I think there will be more F1 drivers go over to them. And especially now if Liberty Media don't do a Bernie and go, oh yeah, we're going to put Monaco on that weekend. Then it should be good. Sparking comes across the line to do a 134 dead and goes 16th. We'll move back over here. Whoa, he almost clips that corner there. So is he back on another? Not yet. That's S-Cube, who's... I mean, there's outlap and then there's that. Takuma. Aiden, why are you talking and not driving, you stupid idiot? Oh, man. Aiden, of course, very happy for Takuma Sato. Because I've got no idea why. I've got no idea. But yeah, Takuma Sato. 07, I believe his first season was in Formula 1. And he literally didn't get past Super Aguri. which are basically the manner of 2016. Now Aiden's saying, oi, sorry. I've no idea what's going on, people. No idea what's going on, people. As we watch S-Cube. As he goes through now the first corner, should I say. Could have maybe carried a bit more speed. It's always one of those corners where you go, I can carry a bit more, and then you go off into the barrier and you're like, I can't carry anymore. And he's slaughtering those Apex. He gets drive and opens DRS down the hangar straight. And now goes into this corner. It's such a tempting corner to go for the inside Apex, and he does that. You want to brake late, switch the car in, and then hit the late Apex. It's a bit of a funny one, that. And this corner is difficult with no traction control. This car just wants to get away from you. He goes P4 with that lap. A 1:31.4 dead. Milliki's on an out lap. And Phil, who's on an out lap, will actually switch over to... Oh, no, we don't. That's not the camera we want. That's the one we wanted. Oh, I apologise. Elijah was correct with me. Sato was 2006 for Super Aguri. I do apologise. What do I think about... The Monaco Grand Prix, I was watching Sky Sports F1, so, you know, Hamilton Sports F1. I mean, Ferrari didn't know that Vettel could go a second a lap quicker. So they pitted Raikkonen because he was going a bit slower to cover off Valtteri in case that the undercut was the way to go, which it wasn't. And they left Vettel out because, well, he'd do an extra lap. He did that extra lap, and they were like, "Oh, his times are pretty good here. Well, let's leave him out and see what happens." Well, even if they did call him in, do you think Sebastian would go, I've got no chance to win this race? As Phil actually tries to dive out of the slower cars, sort of an awkward place to go. But do you think Vettel would go, yeah, I'm going to accept this and just pit now? Like, we saw it in Malaysia 2011? 2013, wasn't it? Where it was that thing where they told them both to slow down, and Webber did, and Vettel just went, fuck that, I want the win. So, like, even if Ferrari said pit now, Vettel would have went, why? I'm flying. But yeah, it's an interesting one to think about, and just my views on it. But obviously, because I was watching Hamilton Sports F1, it was no, Ferrari meant to do that. But then you could say it the same about Red Bull, couldn't you? Christian Horner favours what we call Danny Ricciardo over Max Verstappen because he pitted him late. But again, they went, right, let's get the undercut on Bottas. Then Bottas was still slow, and he only just got out in front, and then they left Thingy out for a bit as well. But yeah, that's my views on it. Sort of getting away from qualifying here, it must be said, as we watch Millet come around the final few corners. And Elijah does say yes, it was 2013. He's my Formula 1 guru for today's race. A 1:30.8, not enough to topple the what car does he drive? Wow, that is a good lap. He's half a second quicker. That is mighty fast by Phil, the Renault driver. There you go, found it. Yeah, I agree, Elijah. I would have preferred to see Vettel win a race. And not Vettel, even Raikkonen win the race. But it is what it is. I mean, if it had been the other way, if it had been the other way round, and say it was Bottas and Hamilton, it would have been, yeah, it's because Hamilton's a great driver. That's why, you know. So you can't have it both ways, but it's sport, so everybody can have it both ways, in essence. Right, as we'll go back to actually doing our job here for today's race. Skillet, I mean, that is taking the piss a bit on an outlap. 7 minutes! That's brilliant. Wait, it's a mighty fast lap here from Skillets. Let's see where he's going to go with this one. We're on the final few corners. Is he going to break the 8-minute mark? It's going to be mental. It's going to be so close. Oh, he does it as a 1. A 7-minute 47.6. That is an impressive lap. As he now starts out on his flying lap. Actually, 10's quicker than the speed trap, which is a bit strange. I thought he would be a little bit slower as he's in the Red Bull. But also because it's a more downforce track, thought he would go a bit more downforce, to be honest, but clearly a lot of people are going for that as well. Oh, he runs a little bit wide there through Cops. Now coming into Maggots and Beckett, he goes quick through the left, quick through the right. Is it? Yeah, left and that corner. That's the corner I can never get right around this course. I don't know if you want to float it out and then get a late apex, or hug the inside and then just floor it. It's a bit of a funny one, to be honest. Well, I'm not too sure. And he goes now into the what do you call the end of the hangar straight. And now breaking down for this hard new complex. I remember when it used to dart off that way. Those next few corners were horrific. As he comes across the line to go P3, actually keep P3, on 130.8. Which Yarmolenko in P4, and Skillets has retired from the session. That's unfortunate. Yarmolenko P4, that's fairly decent from him. The Ukrainian driver. As he goes through, as Vegan as well retires from the session. And so does Nempes Moore. So does Crystal Catcher. Focusing a bit more on the lead pack as Yarmolenko slows down. We shall see. Phil, I'll be honest, and Milik's, that's basically Milik out there. He's 5/10 quicker. That is mighty. Mighty fast. I think we need ourselves a Gimp in here to spicing this field up. Oh, who's that gone wide? Sampster, and there's somebody off in the gravel on the hangar straight. Which, who knows? Who knows? 31 seconds, so, might be a good time to run you through the grid. Sampster. Someone does a 120. Right, we'll run you through the grid quickly here. Actually, it won't let me, will it? Did I pre-order 2017? I have not pre-ordered the F1 game in 2017. I might do it like a week or so before it comes out. But I don't see the point in pre-ordering it from now, if you get what I mean. Because actually, we haven't actually been kicked out. And oh, there we go. Right, best race now, lol. Yes, you are very funny. Oh, I don't like that view. It looks so weird. I don't like that view. What's the offset T-cam? But yeah, I don't see the point in pre-ordering games 2 months before they come out. But I probably will, maybe a bit closer to the time. I think it comes out midway through August, doesn't it? To watch Phil going through the final few corners. So you see, that's what I mean. That's what we want to do through that corner. We'll get a late apex, or well, he didn't really get the apex, but later turning point. And then these last few corners, you just want to absolutely nail them. There he probably takes a bit too much curb, turns in a bit too early, and here you just want to pray you can hold it. He does use a little bit slower on that lap, but still a good lap nonetheless. As we'll run you through now, race director. Your grid is Phil from Milik, from Skillets, from Yarmolenko, from Vioxic, from SQ, from Jets Copper, from Ian, from Crystal Catcher, from Enigma, from Aiden, from Salah, from Wombio, from Vegan, from Sampster, from Sparking, from Kip Teller, from Zed Takes, from Jeppo, from Harvey, from Nemesis, from myself. I've also turned on my phone, so you can probably hear a little bit of double thing there. But sure, whatever. I'm not that bothered. Professionalism at its highest. Why are they even very easy? I don't know. But anyway, now you see our grid. We'll quickly wait now until we go to the actual screen so I can take the screenshots, and we will end the stream, and then in a few moments time we will be back. I'll try to do it a bit quicker than last race as we went live as the lights were going on. My aim is to come on halfway through the formation lap, just to give everybody time to rejoin. Sparking's going to have to retire, and then we'll be able to rejoin. Here's a question for you here. I probably won't be able to get the answer from you guys until later on, but would it be easier if I just cancel this one out and just come back during the formation lap? Or would it be easier to go and just stream the rest of this all together? Right, but anyway, for today, we shall be back in a few moments' time.